every project which aims to extend state borders on the cost of the neighbors is a dangerous one. And you're quite right, Srpski svet or Serbian world is somehow reflecting old ideas coming from the Belgrade. Of course, it caused 3 or 4 wars on the territory of the former Yugoslavia. Now, I don't think that Serbian leadership is capable enough, or I'm not sure even willing enough, to repeat mistakes done as Slobodan Milosevic did 30 years ago. But nevertheless, we need to stay cautious and to send clear message, not only to Serbian people, but to the people of the Western Balkans, that their future should be within the European Union, not part as some imaginary Serbian world or Srpski svet. I think that's also important for Brussels as well, to put a finger on such ideas and to prevent them and very clearly politically describe it as very dangerous. European Defence Union is next must for the European Union, which started almost 80 years ago because of the different security reasons. European Union, then European Economic Community, started following very simple idea: to put under the control coal and steel. Then, very important ingredients for waging the war. Now it's a big question, 80 years after that, what European Union should put under the control in order to secure the project. European Union started as a peace project and cooperation project, but now it's completely obvious that even peace project must be able to defend itself. When I said must be able to defend itself, I'm not only thinking about maybe imminent threat, as it's Russia aggression on Ukraine, or conflicts around the European Union, like we now following deterioration of the security situation in the Middle East. Of course, we got Northern Africa as another hotspot for the European Union. But I would like also to underline that European Union is also community of democracies. So if we want to preserve our way of life, we need to nourish democracy as such. So for me, it's equally important not to enhance European capabilities to manufacture new defense systems or to be more efficient in common procurement, but it's also very important to stabilize and to foster democracy on its immediate neighbors. And for European Union, Western Balkans is not just neighboring countries. On the Western Balkans, we got a set of the candidate countries, and we unfortunately see during the last couple of years that situation is not going better then. Each and every candidate countries for the Western Balkans are coping with internal disputes, internal problems. And as a standing rapporteur of the European Parliament for the Serbia, I must say that Serbia is the single most important country in the Western Balkans thanks to its size, population, and influence on other neighboring countries. I mean, first of all, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, of course, and the Kosovo itself. So it's very important for European institutions, not only European Parliament, to scrutinize very carefully what's going on in the Serbia. I think that in this moment, Serbia under Aleksandar Vučić rulings is backsliding when we talk about democratic standards. Especially during the last 6 months when we saw mass protests in the streets of Serbian cities. I don't think that a response from the government, better to say Aleksandar Vučić, is something we have to welcome in a way. Serbia is backsliding in many democratic indications and standards, and last month, we adopted in the European Parliament my report on the situation in Serbia with vast majority of the voting members of European Parliament. But true question is why European Parliament is the only European institutions which scrutinize the situation in Serbia so critically. Others, like Commission, EAS, and partly European Council, got a different approach to the Serbia. Why is that? It would be nice to ask leading persons from that institutions. We need to equalize, we need to standardize our approach to the Serbia because, European Union is not only community which shares some very important features like common market, single market, common currency in a way. European Union is also a community of the values, and European Union is a community of shared risk. And I don't think in this moment that leadership of Republic of the Serbia is following that aspects of the European Union. I think, it's my opinion, they are more interested in for European funds.